Hello, everybody. This is Amber Hines. I am one of the board members for the WP Accessibility Day nonprofit that runs the WordPress Accessibility Day conference. And I am super excited to be back with you all for another live stream with today our friends from Yoast. So welcome. Before we get started, I do want to let everyone who is watching know that WordPress Accessibility Day is next week. If you have not registered yet, please go register right now. Go to 2025.wpaccessibility.day/register. You can get the schedule. You can register totally for free. Please go do that because you don't want to miss out. So now I am very excited to be talking today with our friends from Yoast about the intersection between SEO and accessibility, because there is so much there in the overlap where they really are great partners that work together for building a wonderful website. Before we get started, could each of you introduce yourself and your roles at Yoast?
Yes, of course. So it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Marina, and I'm a developer and a researcher at Yoast. And my team specifically works on the content analysis, the SEO and readability checks that I think quite a few people are familiar with. Yes, and on to Sama.
Yeah, hi, I'm Samah Nasser. I am the events and field marketing manager at Yoast. I am also responsible for all of the events in WordPress community ecosystem and outside of the ecosystem, and also responsible for Yoast Care Fund, Yoast Diversity Fund, and I'm a proud locale manager in Arabic language in the polyglot team in the WordPress community.
And are you both located in the Netherlands?
Yes, we actually in the same area, but we're in different buildings. You can see I have the Lego behind me, and also Marina has some Lego because we love Legos at Yoast, and we are living in the Netherlands. I am originally Palestinian, but I'm living in the Netherlands since almost 8 years.
Yeah, that's wonderful. We were just doing a little pre-chat before we went live and talking about how it is sometimes kind of nice to go to an office, and I miss that a little bit. I'm sure you guys have a great community from everything I have heard there working together. For folks who are not familiar with what the Yoast plugin is and some of the other offerings that Yoast has, like your courses and things like that, could you give a brief overview?
Yes. So Yoast is a product that has existed for a long time, and it actually has so many elements that I can talk for, I think, about 15 minutes if I have to list all of them, but I'm not going to do that. So yes, what we do, our main goal is in the name. Our product is called Yoast SEO. So the main goal is to improve the visibility and the ranking of websites and their pages on search engine result pages. And we do this by helping site owners or anyone who works on a site to enhance the website's content, the structure of the website, and also a lot of the technical setup is you can automatize it. And because I myself work on the content part, I can expand a bit more on that element. So Yoast helps people create content that is SEO friendly, content that is readable, also inclusive and accessible. And we have developed analysis for our analysis works for 22 languages. It's been a lot of work, and we're very proud of this achievement. And yes, in the last couple of years, we've also taken advantage of the AI advances, and so we offer also the option to improve some of the readability and SEO aspects using AI as well. for instance, just one specific example are the meta descriptions. So in SEO, preparing a meta description for the search engine to use is highly recommended. However, it's a lot of work. You have to do it for every single page that you have. And using AI for that is an incredible help. And it's one of our most, I think, popular features that we have. And then apart from...
So is that, can I ask you a question about that? Because I use Yoast, but I haven't played around with this feature yet. So now I feel like I need to go try it out. But does it basically knows the rules, like how many characters it's supposed to be. And then if you've said what your keyword is that you want to target, it can then, does it also read the content of the post and kind of like figure out what's the perfect summary with that keyword that's accurate and fits the character count? Is that how that works?
That's exactly how it works. Yes. So you have to enter a key phrase. You have to have some content on the page. And then we decided to give a few to generate a few meta descriptions so that you can choose what is the best one.
So you get to preview them.
Yes. And you can edit them because, you always should have a look at what the AI produces rather than just take it at face value. But yeah, that's exactly what it does.
Yeah,
and as I said, it is very popular, especially for sites. As you can imagine, if you have a site, you need to create product, descriptions for all of your products. That's an insane amount of work. Yes, so there is that. We also have been working on diversifying our products, so we're available not just on WordPress. I mean, WordPress is great, but diversity is also important. Our product is also available on Shopify, and very recently we also made the content analysis checks available on Google Docs.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a browser extension that you install, or how do you get it to work in Google Docs?
It's a Google, I think it is an extension.
A Chrome extension?
This is extension, yeah.
It's because a lot of people edit their text in Google Docs before entering it on the WordPress editor. This is why this is the goal of that product. As you mentioned, Academy is another one, a huge one. You've got courses on various topics, more technical, more basic, for different kinds of levels of knowledge. A lot of them are free, some are paid, but a lot of them are free. So if someone doesn't know where to start from, I think that's a great resource. I personally learned about WordPress and SEO partly because of these courses.
And reading Yoast blog posts.
Yes.
For me, it was like Yoast blog posts and SEO mods, and it was like the two of them. I just combined them.
What more do you need?
And also,
that's about it. I'm going to stop here.
Yeah, and also I want to add, we also have amazing webinars. One of the webinars called Intro to SEO. It's targeted the beginners, and we have it bi-weekly. Anyone can join. You can register for free, and also you can rewatch them. And also we have once a monthly is the SEO update. What's happening in the world of SEO? What's happening with the world of the AI? Also, we have it. People can register for free, and they can rewatch it whenever suits them. So it's all. So also, this is one of our amazing sharing knowledge with the community or outside of the WordPress community. Anyone wants to enhance their knowledge or they don't know where to start, more than welcome to join us, and we will take them step by step in our webinars.
Yeah, it is amazing how much you all put out there and offer for free to the community and the general like web development and content creation as a whole, even beyond WordPress. So it's so interesting. I know there a few people have been commenting in the chat and have been saying the same thing, that they're interested in trying the Google Docs extension and a lot of that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. Of course, you have been a multi-year sponsor for WordPress Accessibility Day, which we very much appreciate, because this conference would not be possible without our sponsors to help us cover the cost of the web platforms and all of the things that you have to have behind the scenes from a tech perspective, and all of our interpreters and captioners and everything to make it accessible as well. Why does Yoast think that sponsoring the event is important? And can you talk a little bit about how accessibility aligns with your primary focus at Yoast?
Yeah, one of our main value as Yoast is we are accessible on the web and in the real life. And we know that accessibility should never be an afterthought. We strongly believe that making the world more accessible starts with looking at what we can do or you can do. And also at the same time, we all don't only believe in being accessible only on the website, but only on our booth. When we go to events, we make sure our booth is accessible for everyone. And also to make sure for our website, our content in yoast.com, people can have accessibility to the screen readers, and they can read it and they go through it. Other thing is Yoast was born in open source. We love it since almost 15 years. I think more than 15 years, Yoast is, we always give back to the community and we love the community. And I think WordPress Accessibility Day, it's a must for us. Like from the beginning of the year, we know like, okay, we cannot wait until October. And also
so
one
wonderful.
of our amazing colleagues, he is the manager of the creative team, Martin. He is also volunteering, I think organizing volunteering the WordPress Accessibility Day. So we also encourage our colleagues that to be also more involved on helping, not only by sponsoring the event, but also we went to help in organizing it and see where we can also help more to people share knowledge about WordPress Accessibility Day and the importance of accessibility.
Yeah, we should give a shout out to Martin. Let me see if I can show you guys. So he does a lot of our graphics. So all of our session images that you see that have like the speaker photo and all the important things like the title of the session, he made all those. He also helped to draw this year's t-shirt, which has in American Sign Language finger spelling, the letters WPAD on the front of it, which is super fun because that is one area where I think we stand out, because we do offer American Sign Language at all of our events. And I think actually, so Taco, who is one of our other organizers this year, who used to be on your team and isn't anymore, but has, of course, loves Yoast as well. I think this might have been his idea, and then Martin helped to draw it, and it's one of the funnest shirts I think we have ever had.
Yeah, Martin is one of our creative people at Yoast, and I'm really happy. And now I want a t-shirt. Now it's super cool. I want one, you know. I'm just gonna ask him.
So I will say, for everyone who is watching, you can get one of these t-shirts. Registration is totally free, but if you choose to make a $50 donation, then we will mail you a t-shirt when you register. So they are available to people who are not just organizers and speakers. So, yeah. But I think it would be interesting for us to talk a little bit more about what I teased at the beginning, which is this overlap between accessibility and SEO, and just generally how both of them help to keep people on websites and get them there in the first place. I'm curious if you guys want to talk about how you see that overlap and what recommendations you have. Like, what are the top things that you recommend people do to make their website more accessible and more readable, better for SEO?
All right. This is a huge question.
I know. It probably should have been 3 different questions.
So what I can focus on is readability, again, because this is what this is what I work on, and I think that it doesn't get enough attention with regards to accessibility. So for me, readability is part of accessibility, very much so. So it's not often interpreted this way, but there is a physical aspect of it, right? Can you actually read a certain text or a symbol? This includes whether it's recognizable to you. And it also, for instance, if the contrast is high enough for you to be able to read through the letters, for instance. So that's one part of, like, let's say, physical aspect of readability. And then there is another one, which is the more mental aspect, which is whether you can comprehend this text and how easy it is to comprehend it, whether you are reading it or you are listening to it being read out to you by, for instance, text-to-speech software. And this this has an immense aspect on your SEO, because if your content is not readable, then the easiest thing is to click out of your site and go somewhere else. When things are explained better, structured better, why bother with a site that's not readable when there are 10 other sites where you can get better service, so to speak. And yeah, so this is why we pay a lot of attention to it when we recommend ways in which people can improve their SEO. And I think in terms of recommendations, one way to look at it is to make sure that you have the right approach, the right mentality for it first, and to understand what the genre of the text is. So we're talking about online content. This is not fiction. You need to be aware of who your audience is. So you want to reach as many people as possible, right? And this includes people who are in a hurry, people who don't care that much about your brand, but they're willing to give it a go and see what you're offering. People who are tired, people who are non-native speakers. This includes, for instance, deaf people for whom the spoken English is a second language.
Their second language, usually.
Yes,
Spoken
exactly.
English. It's not the same as the sign language they probably learned as a child or an infant. Yeah.
Exactly. So non-native speakers does not necessarily mean people who have who are coming from a different culture in terms of nationality. So there are, when you think in this way, I think it's easier to kind of appreciate to understand what your approach should be. And the other thing that with AI and with bots that are used for parsing through online content, we find again and again that they appreciate the same things that humans also do. They appreciate text that's easy to read, and that's because they have been trained to follow human behavior. Right.
Yeah. So are some concrete examples of that using headings, having shorter sentences, maybe even shorter paragraphs?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly it. So I'm sure most people know exactly what the usual recommendations are. Keep your paragraphs short. Keep your sentences shorter. For instance, our sentence, we have an assessment, a check in our analysis, and we recommend that 25% of no more than 25% of your sentences be long. So this doesn't mean that every single sentence has to be she does this and he does this, right? Super short and simple. Because this text is not readable either, and it's not fun to read. But you can have long sentences, but just not that many of them. And when you have this change between short and long sentences, this makes the text actually much more enjoyable to read and more readable.
Do you all use just like a character or a word count to calculate that?
We do use a word count, and it's different for. I'm seeing a comment. What's long? Yeah, so we do.
That's what I was getting at. Richard wanted to know what is long
What is long
considered.
exactly? Yeah, so we do research on this. What is considered long? And we find that, for instance, for different languages, long means different things. So, for instance, for English, usually sentences more than 25 words are considered long. Our assessment, we've decided on 20 because we do want to make sure that the sentences are as short as possible without making it sound unnatural. But for instance, for Romance languages like Italian, Spanish, they usually have more words in a sentence, so we recommend 25. We see 25 words plus as long sentence. Other languages that are agglutinative, like Turkish, for instance, then the long sentences start from 15 words. So
so it really depends on the language.
Yeah.
This is an interesting like side note bug that someone raised in one of our plugins. Like we have a free plugin that adds a warning if something opens in a new window, and we had a max width set on the background for English, and now it's available in all these different languages, and the max width is not the same, even though it's just this short little phrase. And I was like, things you have to think about when you're translating your plugins and your tools and all of that. So I think that's neat that you all have a different warning number that you're checking against based upon the language of the website.
Yeah. You definitely have to do that. It's not possible to have one rule that will work for everything. Yeah. And I think the last thing I can say here, just as a personal recommendation that I see as a kind of an issue in texts that are written by even the most experienced copywriters, are transition words. So these are words like because, for instance, on top of that, words or phrases that make the logical links between sentences clear. When they're not there, you sometimes have to go back and reread the paragraph again, like what was the point exactly there that you were trying to make? And it doesn't matter how intelligent you are, if it's not written well, it's just not written well, and you won't be able to get it at first.
Yeah. I was curious, do either of you know much about Yoast's new custom block that was released somewhat recently? And if so, would you be able to share more about what that block does and how we might use it in creating our content on our website?
Yeah, Samara, I'm going to take this one as well.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Samara. I definitely have a question for you.
Next one, I think I will take it. Yeah, go for it, Marina.
Yeah, it's just that my team developed this block, and
Okay.
it's a block in Gutenberg and the block editor only for now. And so the colleague who came up with the idea, Alex Moss, is credit where credit's due. So he thought that his idea was that bots appreciate when you have a short kind of summary of what the content is about, and that helps them understand better the point of the text. And then, of course, immediately it's easy to see that people very much also benefit from having a summary. This has also been it's becoming quite popular. I keep seeing it more and more on different pages that I go to. News sites, for instance, very seem to like it and to implement it. And so yeah, it also, I would say it also helps with readability as well, because it helps you prepare for for what's coming. So you already know the main information, and then you can firstly decide whether this information is for you, whether you're interested or not. And then going in, it's easier to follow once you know the main points. And we do use AI again to generate it. But there was an aspect, an accessibility aspect we considered when developing this blog, which was how to present this content, the summary. Very often it's in the form of a paragraph, but we thought that, again, based on research, usually bullet points are much easier to scan through and to, just to read, really. So this is what we went with, bullet points. And also, again, we try to, we beg the AI to to use also transition words and sentence length. And for the most part, it follows our requests.
Yeah, that is something that I've seen maybe more outside of the US. I feel like I see that on some of the British news sites that I look at, where they have a bulleted list that summarizes the news article before you actually get to the news article. But that is a way that you can also meet AAA success criterion in web content accessibility guidelines, because they do require that you have a simplified summary for anything that has a 9th grade or higher reading level. But of course, you guys have the reading, you don't use the grade level, but you use the reading ease. And so you could try to make your content meet that. But if it doesn't meet that, then maybe using this new block would be a way to make sure that you're passing WCAG as well. So is there anything else that you all can tease that's coming soon in Yoast, or anything we can look forward to?
I can take this one. I'm so happy. Of course, we launched last week, and I'm really proud to introduce our Yoast AI brand inside. Of course, it's still beta, and we want to share the news about it. It's our with our Yoast AI package. Of course, because today search involves not only Google anymore, but people are asking ChatGPT, Gemini. And of course, when these AI tools answer, they often call out brands by name. With Yoast AI brand inside, you can see exactly how your brand is showing up in the AI generated answer, benchmark performance, or control your visibility. It's an amazing tool. Please go check it out. And of course, the Your AI Insight brand is a part of Yoast SEO AI Plus. All of what you need in to enhance your search visibility package. And of course, we combine the classic SEO with AI brand analytics. And of course, that will help you rank higher in Google. And I will give everyone recommendation to go. Please check it out. And of course, we have an explanation in more details. I'm not going to bother a lot to talk about it for a long time, but we're super proud of it. It's our beta, and of course, we're going to make it much better and better. But we were super excited. We could not wait any longer. And we are super proud that we launched it last week.
Is that something that you need to go in the WordPress admin? You go to like your Yoast settings and toggle it on in order to access that?
Yeah. Now we are having it with our Yoast SEO Premium bundle. You can go have it there in the backend and activated it. But also, it's not only, I think I'm looking at Marina, maybe she's no better. It's not only limited to WordPress websites. You can also test another CMS websites if you want to check your ranking or visibility in the Google.
You can test any URL, yeah. And the whole thing lives in the for basically your yoast.com account.
Yeah.
So
gotcha. Okay, so you don't have a public URL that we could. Do you have one that you can share that I can put in chat, or is it something where if you have a Yoast account, you can just go log in, you'll be able to find that?
I have an amazing blog post. I will share it with you. It's share all of the information everyone needs. And I don't know if I can share it here as
Oh, yep,
I
I've
share
got
it.
it. And
Yes.
I
Yeah,
can
and
pass
all.
this over for all our folks watching on YouTube. I can't
Yeah.
unfortunately send it to, I see we've got somebody watching us on LinkedIn. But if you go find the video on YouTube, then you will find it there in
and
the
also
chat history.
share with you what is in this amazing Yoast SEI AI Plus package. And also people, if like they can follow up our social media, and then we are sharing a lot of information, a lot of amazing updates, and people just keep up. But this is one of our amazing tools, and we are super proud of it. And we want to share it with everyone listening to us or watching us today, the news about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. It sounds really interesting and definitely something I want to check out. I know I've been looking at my Google Analytics and starting to see referrals from like Chat GPT. And so knowing that there's a tool that would help me to actually figure out what are people getting, because I just assume that if I go search myself in Chat GPT, or I search like a generic term or ask a generic question, it gives me information that includes me because it knows who I am and that I want to see my own information. So I love that you all made a tool that's not going to serve me like my specific information, but a broader picture of this is what people are using. I think that's
Yeah,
really
and
neat.
also we'll check with your competitors, like to see what is between you and your competitors, and it is really amazing tool. And also show that your visibility in all of this amazing AI. I want to call them the new search tools that we're having now, because also the ChatGPT, the Gemini, of course. We're not talking about TikTok yet, because people are more searching more in ChatGPT and less in Google. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a whole new future of web search right now. So,
A whole
Yeah.
new
Sema, you had mentioned earlier that you do a lot with the Yoast funds, and
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you could tell everyone about both the diversity and the care fund, both of which are things that I have really admired about Yoast as part of your broader support for the WordPress
Yeah.
community. So can you give us a background on what those funds are?
Yeah, for sure. The first fund is called Yoast Diversity Fund. Its fund was created to help the underrepresented people to speak more at and to help them to speak at events, non-commercial events, of course, WordPress, WordCamp, meetups. I'm really proud with this fund because it's removed the financial burden, removed the travel, the accommodation, visa, childcare, even people if they need help when they're traveling and have disabilities. And I know sometimes the financial burden can stop a lot of people from underrepresented in tech to speak and to add their amazing knowledge and to enhance not only the WordPress community but everywhere else. I'm really happy, and it's really like I'm being a little bit emotional about it, but I'm really proud. Until now, we helped more than 195 people from all around the world. They went to speak at events in Asia, in Africa, in Australia, South America, North America, and Europe. And I think year by year, we're reaching out to more people. So applying for the fund is super easy. We have it in our website. Feel free to, if you're speaking at events, feel free to reply. And I usually reply really quickly within one day because it's my favorite task to do. And the second fund is also, we have a Yoast Care Fund. It was created, I think, 6 years ago. And we want to celebrate the WordPress community. And I am, as a WordPress lover, this is also one of the dearest funds to my heart, because we want to encourage people and share their amazing story, what they do to help the community. And until now, I think we helped almost 160 contributors from all around the world. People can apply for this amazing fund. And of course, we ask for a couple of question interview, and we share their interview on our website. And of course, there's a prize, €500 or equal to their local currency. They can spend it as wherever they want to, they spend it. And this fund helped a lot of people, because I love amazing stories, people that with this 500, they could afford to get a laptop and they work, or this 500 they use it to support the meetups, or this 500 to help them to do some personal or things, which is really amazing. And also, it's so amazing to see people's stories where they started and how they build up communities. There's I recommended everyone to go read there, check out people stories, but also please nominate people for this amazing fund. Help us recognize and celebrate people contribution and the hidden heroes in the WordPress community.
Yeah, both of those are wonderful funds. I saw a comment from Dave saying, wow, thank you for all you do in the community. And it's amazing that Yoast and Newfold now is continuing that, and it's really wonderful. So thank you. Richard, who is in Canada, asked, do you know if you have anyone who is in your diversity fund that's going to be at WordCamp Canada next week?
Yes, definitely. There's someone is going to be in Yoast from Yoast Diversity Fund. I cannot mention the name because also we give option for the people if they want to share it. Yes, if they want to share that the fund helped them, they can for sure. They more than welcome to do it. And if they don't want to do it, also it's not in our conditions. We want to support people, and that is our mission. And I think the person will mention us, but if the person doesn't mention it, also we're okay with it. But we're definitely supporting a speaker in the WordCamp Canada.
That is wonderful. So just kind of to wrap us up, do either of you have any specific or any other thoughts that you have for companies that want to get more involved in providing support to the WordPress community like Yoast and Newfold have been doing?
I think I will say, first of all, like, sorry, Marina, I'm taking this question, but I think, sharing knowledge, this is the basic. What Yoast is doing in the academy, in our webinars, sharing knowledge and enhance people knowledge to talk about your WordPress or product. I think this is really good investment in any community. It's not only selling your product, but make sure that people have the knowledge, even if they don't want to use your product or use the free product, that the knowledge is to start working or building a career. It's important. The second thing is, of course, the fund can help a lot because all of us know the financial burden, and now in WordPress community and the world and people underrepresented, it's so difficult to find a job, or sometimes the cost of attending events for people who live outside of Europe or outside of United States, this is maybe their income for 6 months. So those funds can help a lot people to make sure their voices are heard. They can share their experience and they gain knowledge. And also contribution, because recently all of us know in WordPress the level of contribution is becoming less and less because a lot of companies dropping contributors to the WordPress, and I think that is something we really should really still keep doing, the companies, to support people who contribute to WordPress ecosystem and make it still grow and shine more and more. And I know there's an amazing project, the WordPress credit, which is, I think they announced it in WordCamp Europe. It's for supporting the WordPress community by helping students. They come and they just do internship and they work on specific project. They contribute to make WordPress better. I know Bluehost, our lovely sister company, is one of the sponsors. Also, you're also seeing how we can help there. There's a million ways how to help the community. There's a million ways to do it. But as I said, we can start all by sharing knowledge, just half an hour per week to contribute in any team in polyglot documentation, testing, photo, core plugin. This half hour at the end of the year, it will make a lot of difference. So this is as baby steps, and then for sure other things like fund and paid contribution, so we can help our word ecosystem keep growing.
Yeah, I mean, 30 minutes every week would be what, 25 plus hours, right?
Yeah, it's everyone can do it. It's just like, yeah, let's go for it.
That is wonderful. So I hope I'm not going to put you two on the spot too much, but one of the things we've been asking everyone during these live streams is, what sessions are you looking forward to at WordPress Accessibility Day, which is, of course, for everyone watching, October 15th is when we kick off. So a little bit over a week from today. Are there any sessions that jumped out at you?
I'm going to let Marina talk because I've been talking a lot.
Have a breather. Yes. So I'm honestly interested in, I think, all of the talks. I was just scrolling through the program and it was like, okay, I want to listen to this and this and this. And I guess I'll have to listen to some recordings during the weekend because I won't be able to make it live for all of them for sure. But the first one that really caught my attention was the one on accessibility lawsuits.
Mhm.
Because now there are laws that actually regulate the accessibility recommendations, requirements for websites, and I would like to know how that actually plays out, right? Because you've got laws that just exist and are never implemented. This has been the case for at least for the beginning, I think, of this law. But at the same time, you can see things pick up. So I would very much like to get educated on this topic, and yeah, a lot of others, a lot of other topics. Yeah.
Me, I will say like the same, but also there's one topic is for Joe Simpson, make all WordPress event accessible. I love only the approach is not only the online to be accessible, also but physical events. And and I love Joe. I always see what he's talking about. So I hopefully I can watch it live. If not, I can will rewatch the play. But also the lineup, the speakers, it's so amazing. And I know it's 24 hours a day, but I'm happy that we can rewatch or we can put it and then we can take a sleep and then we wake up and we watch the talks. So the lineup is amazing as always, but this is one of my favorite talks, of course, that I would love to watch, and I will do watch definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I am actually really excited this year because we switched to Zoom events, which was a big investment for us. But of course, our wonderful sponsors like Yoast helped make that possible. But one of the great things about doing it with Zoom events instead of Zoom webinars is that, I don't know, whatever the processing time, some number of minutes, but then afterwards, the videos will be available and the Zoom event platform will be available through October 31st. So even if you can't watch a session live, you can watch it an hour later, or you could watch it 3 or 4 days later. Of course, we're going to put them all on YouTube, and we have phenomenal volunteers and other contributors who are translating our videos as well, so that you can see transcripts in other languages. But that takes us some time. So we're really excited that this year you'll be able to watch replays almost instantly, which we couldn't offer previously. So
That's amazing.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for joining us. Again, I want to give a quick reminder to everyone to please go to 2025.wpaccessibility.day/register and get your free ticket for WordPress Accessibility Day. If anyone wants to follow up with the Yoast team or either of you personally, where's the best place to find you?
Me, I will say I'm really bad in social media. I'm just being honest. But recently, I updated myself and I created LinkedIn, and I'm reachable on X, also on making WordPress.slack. And also, you can see me in upcoming events. I think the next WordCamp I'm gonna attend physically is gonna be maybe WordCamp Pisa in Italy. But I'm very reachable in making WordPress Slack. You can find me there. Yes, maybe I can reply in 5 days, but I will reply.
Yeah, as for me, I'm not sure I am, to be honest. I try to keep my online presence as anonymous as possible. I'm one of those. But yeah, if we're talking about Yoast, like the company, we've got an account on LinkedIn, TikTok, and now we're one of the, the cool people. We're on TikTok as well. And
I have been afraid to even try, so I give you all kudos for that.
Yeah.
I'm not the one doing it. Yeah, and also yoast.com. If you have questions, always my suggestion is check there first. We also have we also publish the events that we're attending there. So most of the information that you're interested in is probably already there posted.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And everyone else, we actually have another sponsor live stream later this afternoon. So watch our social medias for WordPress Accessibility Day and register for the event. We'll see you.